Hello, you got Chi Minh News Bulletin broadcast from Hanoi now. The headlines as usual.
More fruit vegetable export opportunities for Vietnam next year. Quảng Nam anticipates recovery in tourism industry.
Let's begin a bulletin with the most prominent event of the week from December the 13th to 19th.
The National Conference on Foreign Affairs opened in both person and virtual forms on December 14th. It's the first National Foreign Affairs Conference organized by the Politburo and the Secretariat of the Party Central Committee to discuss foreign affairs of the party, the state's diplomatic activities, and people-to-people diplomacy. The event highlighted the combination of party diplomacy, state diplomacy, and people-to-people diplomacy in the implementation of the guidelines on external affairs adopted at the 13th National Party Congress. General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng underlined the need to show stronger voice and more positive stance in foreign affairs while continue to popularize and properly implement Vietnam's external policy.
Chairman of the National Assembly, Vnews, paid an official visit to India and the invitations of Speaker of the House of Representatives of India, Om Birla, and Chairman of the Upper House, Venkaiah Naidu. The chairman's visit to India aims at further consolidating and promoting the Vietnam-India relationship, which is at its finest stage since the establishment of diplomatic relations. Leaders of the two countries showed joy at the rapid growth of bilateral trade at nearly 20% a year over the past 5 years to top $12 billion this year, toward the goal of $50 billion a year. The two sides shared the need to early resume direct air services between the two countries and recognize each other's vaccine passports in order to enhance exchanges between the people. They also proposed increasing cooperative activities between the two parliaments in both bilateral framework and multilateral forums.
Vietnamese National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ and Speaker of the National Assembly of the Republic of Korea, Park Yong-seo, expressed their support for upgrading the relationship between two countries to comprehensive strategic partnership. This was part of their talks in Seoul during Chairman Hue's official visit to the Republic of Korea from December 13 to 15. The visit is expected to further deepen and create new momentum for the Vietnam Republic Korea Strategic Cooperative Partnership towards the 30th founding anniversary of diplomatic relations in 2022. The leaders consented that both sides will exchange experience in the COVID-19 fight and enhance cooperation in the research and transfer of vaccine and drug production technologies and other medical supplies. They agreed to raise two-way trade to $100 billion in 2023 and $150 billion in 2030 and facilitate Vietnam agro-fishery export to the Republic of Korea.
The art of Xoay dance of Thai ethnic people in Vietnam has been listed as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity at the 16th section of the UNESCO's Intergovernmental Committee for the Safeguarding of the Intangible Cultural Heritage. Xoay Thai is a unique type of traditional dance that is associated with and plays a significant role in the daily life of Thai ethnic communities in the northwest of Vietnam. It is performed in various community activities, from festivals to funeral rituals. There are about 30 Xoay dances, which have been developed, protected and handed down through generations intact over hundreds of years, with contents reflecting community activities and expressing the Thai people's emotion.
Vietnam will have many more opportunities to export fruit and vegetables to potential markets in 2022, providing local producers meet international standards on quality and management of growing regions.
According to the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Vietnam currently exports 10 different kinds of fruit under official quotas to China. Authorities have also asked Japan to provide export licenses for Vietnamese fresh longan from 2022. Vietnam is the only country in Asia-Pacific that has a free trade agreement with the EU. After the European-Vietnam Free Trade Agreement came into effect, the tax rate for many kinds of Vietnamese fruit and vegetables was reduced from 10 to 20% to 0. According to the ministry, the demand for fruits in the global market is increasing. This is a great opportunity for Vietnam to expand its international presence. The export value of fruit and vegetables produced in Vietnam in the first 10 months of 2021 were estimated at about $3 billion, up 10.4% compared to the same period in 2020.
Container and warehouse shortages and surging container shipping costs have hit the textile and garment industry hard, insiders have said.
According to the Vietnam Textile and Apparel Association, container shortages and delays at ports are causing a headache for exporters and importers globally. Delivery delays mean textile and garment businesses could have to pay compensation to buyers. Logistics costs threaten to affect Vietnam's economic competitiveness, particularly its textile and garment industry, the association said. It added Vietnam needs to develop shipping lines for shipments to Europe and the US, which are large markets for its textile and garment businesses, making it less reliant on international shipping lines. According to the association, textiles are among the country's major export items, and Saigon Newport accounted for the largest cargo throughput last month. Exports this year are estimated at $39 billion, up 11.2%.
Enterprises in Ho Chi Minh City, the locality hardest hit, and the fourth wave COVID-19 have been adjusted to the new normal. After around 100 days, the city applied social distancing measures.
According to the Ministry of Health, the COVID-19 situation in the southern hub has been basically kept under control. The city's resilience against the pandemic has been improved, particularly in preventive medicines and primary care. Ho Chi Minh City is one of the localities with the highest and fastest coverage rate of vaccines against COVID-19. So far, 100% of people aged 18 and older in the city have received at least one dose, and nearly 90% have been fully vaccinated with 2 jabs. Ho Chi Minh City's companies have been adapting to different aspects of the new normal, with most of them giving better understanding in health safety rules and procedures. About 70% of local enterprises and some 90% of those in manufacturing have at least a qualified health worker who are capable of recognizing signs and symptoms of COVID-19.
After a series of activities to welcome the first international tourists back to Vietnam under the Vaccine Passport program, the central province of Quảng Nam has continued exerting efforts to gradually restore tourism, a key economic sector of the locality in the new normal.
Following a 2-year hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the central province of Quảng Nam welcomed its first international tourists at the end of November. The tourists came from countries such as the UK, France, Germany, the US, the Republic of Korea, and Israel.
Good feeling to be here again, and we hope the town will adapt to living with COVID, and we'll make it sure that tourists come back here really fast.
At the beginning of this year, Quảng Nam was one of the first localities to make proposals and draft programs to welcome back international tourists and has made great efforts in restoring tourism activities. 2 World Heritage Sites in the Central Province, Hoi An Ancient Town and Mi Son Sanctuary, began welcoming foreign tourists again on November 15th. The destinations have introduced various events and new products for tourists to enjoy. Preventive measures have also been in place to ensure their safety.
Mỹ Sơn một cái điểm đến The Mỹ Sơn World Cultural Heritage Site is a special destination for tourists, but has been closed for the past 2 years because of the COVID-19 pandemic. We maintain all of our activities, however, to provide the best products and services once the pandemic was brought under control.
Đại dịch COVID-19 bùng phát vào đầu năm 2020.
International delegations coming to Vietnam are good signs and an inspiration for tourists to return to peaceful, safe, friendly, and hospitable Hội An ancient town. We expect the tourism industry to recover.
Để mà thu hút du khách quay trở lại Hội An.
The return of international tourists is good news for the local tourism sector, contributing to promoting Quảng Nam's image as a safe destination for both domestic and foreign visitors. The Quảng Nam Provincial People's Committee recently issued a set of green tourism criteria in order to promote tourism products and services throughout the locality. According to authorities, the 6 sets of green tourism criteria for hotels, homestays, resorts, travel businesses, and community-based tourist attractions. The criteria are divided into major sustainability themes, each of which features several specific indicators. With careful preparations in logistics and improvements in the quality of tourism products and services, Quảng Nam's tourism industry is expected to recover in the not-too-distant future.
As a country with a coastline stretching more than 3,200 kilometers and a favorable geographic location, Vietnam is considered to have substantial potential to branch out its marine economy. This also suggests increasing numbers of violations and crimes at sea. However, because of this, the Vietnam Coast Guard has strengthened its law enforcement efforts, contributing to safeguarding sovereignty over the country's seas and islands.